Alright, streams should be back. For now. We back. We in here. We back in here, y'all. Somebody click dislike on my live stream. Who does that? Where do I donate? If you want to donate publicly, if you want it to pop up on the screen, I think I have that working. Just check the description of the video. It's the first link in the video. If you want to donate privately, in terms of if you want to donate and without anyone knowing how much you donated, or without anyone knowing that you did donate. I need to add that link. It's not in there. Hold on. My allergies or something. My eyes like itching, dude. Well, you can make it recurring. That's awesome. Let's go Bitly. Alright, so I've added the link to donate privately. Because some people do. Some people don't want the whole world to know that they donated or how much they donated. So I add a link to... what's going on? My eyes, dude. I add a link to where they could donate privately. But some people like the whole... popping up on the screen, leaving a message, that whole thing. So, alright, sorry about leaving earlier. Just had some shit come up, some quick shit I had to take care of, and it was just gonna take too long. So I just didn't want you guys to just sit there looking at nothing. I'm probably gonna have to leave, not leave, but I have to. My roommate is about to go on a trip. And I have to help him load up his luggage in his car, so I'll leave in a minute to do that, but that should only take like 2 minutes. I feel like there's something in it. That's why I'm rubbing it. It's probably not though. It's probably just itching. I just finished Chamber of Secrets too. I have to make the last Chamber of Secrets video. And I have to get Prisoner of Azkaban. I don't got it yet. My friend is supposed to let me borrow it. Hello, Sarah. So probably most of the people that were in here before are probably gone by now, but that's cool. We'll get some new people. We'll get some more people. Maybe some of them will come back. I kind of like the new, because for those of you who don't know, YouTube has a new live streaming service now, and I think they added it just for the gaming thing, but you can use it even if you're not a gaming channel, and that's what I'm using now, and it's a little bit better than the one before. I used to always have trouble with the YouTube live streaming service, but it seems to be working a little bit better now. What's today, Wednesday? I kind of want to order some food, but it's about to be too late to order food. Also, if you want to donate on a regular basis, because like during live streams, damn, my eyes like super red right now. That sucks. Sorry, shouldn't have rubbed it. If you want, during live streams, I'll let people donate just individual amounts. Apparently PayPal has an option where you can set up a monthly donation thing. That's pretty cool. Also, you can support me on Patreon. Fire Lord Momo 10 has donated $5. Cool. Thanks for the donation. I'll see if you left a message. And I'm glad that sound works. When you when someone becomes the top donator, it makes a special sound. It says a new record, which is a sound clip from Smash Brothers. But since that was the first donation, then it's automatically the top donor. Thanks for covering all the topics. Hold on. How do I see the whole thing? Thanks for covering all the topics you do in your videos. I have many questions, but I'll pick 2 so you can choose. What is your stance on college tuition, and how do you think we can resolve it in America? Well, we just did a video about education. We did a couple of videos. I collaborated with Dan Brown on YouTube, who is also known as Pogobat on YouTube, and we actually had a pretty good discussion about tuition and education and stuff like that. But basically, in America, tuition is way too high. Like, no, it's like so high that normal people can't afford it. And I feel like education shouldn't be so expensive that normal people can't afford it, because I think everyone has a right to get a decent education. So we just really have to we have to invest in education. We have to decide as a country that education is important to us. So I think that is the problem. We don't value education as much as we should. What types of music do I like? I like all types of music. I don't really have any specific genres that I don't like. There's certain types of music in every genre that I like, and certain types in every genre that I don't like. But I appreciate the donation. Thank you very, very much. I don't know who you are in the chat. I mean, it could be the guy that was asking about the donation, but you used a different name if that's you, so I'm not sure. But if it's someone else, appreciate it anyway. Yep, it shows it. It shows a graphic when people donate. It shows a little picture, and it shows up. Shows how much you donated, and it's pretty cool. It's fun. It plays a little sound, and if you become the top donor for the day, it'll say a new record. Yeah, the little app that I use for the donations it's actually made for Twitch. Because if you notice, the link is called Twitch Alerts. But I use it on YouTube too, because there's not really that many people that stream on YouTube frequently. I mean, now there's going to be now since they opened up YouTube Gaming, but before that, and even now, like in terms of non-gamers, there's not that many gamers. Or there's not that many people that stream. So I'm trying to take advantage of it. I feel like I'm almost a pioneer in the YouTube streaming game because nobody else does it, dude. Some people do, but not frequently. Usually people do it as like a special occasion. But, you know, I do it at least once every month. Sometimes twice a month. And so I'm like bringing over some of the stuff that people use on Twitch and using on YouTube. It's sort of like the old blog TV days and stuff like that, where people, instead of YouTubers, they were just people who develop communities through live streaming. You don't really see that anymore outside of gaming, and it's kind of sad. Will I make a video about the Stand With Ahmed stuff? Is it, how you say his name? Is it Ahmed or Ahmad? I don't know. Maybe I should make a video because I want to get more into making videos about what's hot in the news and what's big, what people are talking about, but I don't know if I have that much to say about that. Maybe. If you're asking if this current live stream is on Twitch, currently, no, it's only on YouTube. New top donor, Nomad83, $15. Sweet, thank you. See, if you exceed the current donation, you become the new record. You become the top donor. Let's see if you left a message. And when you donate, you can leave a message, and I'll read your message on stream. If you don't want anything to pop up, there's a link in the description for that too. Some people don't want all that attention, so that's cool. Been watching since the Nice Guy video. Love your videos. Keep up the great work, man. Thank you. Thanks a lot, man. Nice Guy. That's old school. I think that's my third most popular video. Appreciate the donation, man. Thank you very much. Yeah, they legit arrested him. Like, that's crazy. A lot of people are saying it's because he's a Muslim, and I haven't really or because he's an Arab or something like that. I haven't really focused in on the details, but I wonder about that. Like, are we saying that wouldn't have happened if it was a white kid? Oh, I don't know if I ever answered that question. I was gonna answer the question. Did you? I think you just asked if I was a fan of the Transformers. The thing about Transformers, see, like, I feel like when we were kids, everyone had like their stuff that they watched when you were a kid. And the Transformers came out in the 80s. Like, the Transformers, I think, came out before I was born. It at least came out when I was very, very young. Hold on. Transformers. Jesus, dude. When you Google search Transformers, the only thing that pops up is fucking the movies. I want to talk about the cartoon. Okay, Transformers TV series began in 1984. So yeah, I was born in 1985, so that was I was really, really young, is what I'm saying, when Transformers was on TV. So I I missed the beginning of Transformers, and don't get me wrong, they show reruns, and I caught a couple of the reruns, but I sort of missed the Transformers train. But if you think about it, I watched a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for example, and that also aired in the 80s. It aired a little bit later, and I think that's probably why I picked it up. But that started in the 80s. But I watched the reruns, and I got really into Ninja Turtles, but I didn't get really into Transformers, so I don't have as much of a nostalgic affinity for Transformers that other people do. Like, when I was a kid, it was all about Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers and stuff like that. So I sort of missed the Transformers train, but I caught a little bit of it. Yeah, I haven't read too much about the story about the kid with the clock, but yeah, I don't know. For him, it could be a blessing in disguise because he's got so much attention now, and like he could really use the exposure he's getting to, get things done or like spread some kind of message or, promote science and ingenuity and things like that. So hopefully he does something good with it. I have been streaming Metal Gear Solid 5, by the way. If you haven't been watching, I'm not sure, but I'm playing with my roommate, and he has been out of town, and he's going back out of town. So I don't want to get ahead of him. So we've taken like a sort of like a week break from it, but we're gonna get back on it. I haven't really tried much coding or programming, but I really would like to. That's one thing that I want to do in life. I haven't done any extensive coding. Like sometimes I use apps or games or programs that require me to do a tiny bit of coding, but nothing in depth. Like I really like the RPG Maker series, and those games require you to do a little bit of coding. And I can do that. And I've been fooling around with Game Maker Studio, I think it's called, and that's like all coding. I don't know any particular languages. I just know like the basics of whatever language the app that I'm trying to use. I made a Twitter bot recently, but I just used this like online app, but it still requires you to code the bot using their coding language. So just things like that. Have I played Ground Zeroes? I have not played it myself, but I watched a playthrough. I watched a full playthrough of it. I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. For those that don't know, like my favorite game of all time is Metal Gear Solid 3, and Metal Gear Solid is probably my favorite game series of all time. I'm an MGS fanboy of the highest degree. Do I think YouTube gaming will eventually surpass Twitch? I do not think that at all. Right now, YouTube there's just things that Twitch is better at than YouTube. For one, YouTube has Content ID, and Content ID flags if you use copyright material. Content ID will shut down your stream in the middle of it. Like on Twitch, your videos will be like your VODs will get muted, but it won't take it down, and it won't take down your stream during the stream. YouTube, like right now, if I play a copyrighted song right now, my stream will get shut down. It'll cut it off, and I'll get like a warning. So, and the thing about it is, some of the music that's actually in the video games. Like, not even just me playing like fucking, Guns N' Roses during my stream, but like some of the songs that are actually in the video games get flagged by Content ID. So people's streams will get shut down, or they'll get copyright warnings because of songs that are in the game that they're playing. So until they fix Content ID or get rid or update Content ID, that's going to completely kill YouTube gaming. Secondly, there's no real way to make money on YouTube as a streamer, unless you do like I do, where you have like donations. But I mean, there's no integrated way. Like I grab this app that's made for Twitch and I use it on YouTube. YouTube doesn't have any integrated way, because on Twitch, they have the subscription system. So if you become a Twitch partner, you can make money on Twitch. They don't really have that on YouTube. They have fan funding on YouTube, but it's not as interactive as Twitch subscriptions. It's not like monthly. It doesn't, there's no apps made for YouTube where it pops up when someone subscribes, and you don't have like sub emotes and things like that. So Twitch is just better for people that want to actually partner and make a living. But so I feel like just YouTube is just right now they're nothing. They're not even close to Twitch. I've played almost every Metal Gear game, and the ones that I haven't played, I've watched a full playthrough of. I think the story in Metal Gear Solid 5 is awesome. I think it's one of the better stories, personally. What's up, Cynic? I didn't see what you're talking about. Lady that played a Prince song. I didn't know. Who do they rule in favor of? I know Prince is like really, really insane about his copyrights, more so than pretty much any other artist I've ever seen. Yeah, fair use is a big thing that companies are completely ignoring these days. And YouTube is not. Companies like YouTube are not doing their part to protect fair use, to protect people's right to fairly use copyright work. Like right now, even though I don't own any copyrights, I could go on a random video right now and click a button and claim that they stole my copyright. And YouTube would take the video down, no questions asked. And only then can the person appeal it and say that no, that's actually mine, and then they'll contact me. But it shouldn't work that way. You shouldn't just be able to get stuff taken down for no reason. If you're in a store recording and the song is playing in the background, would Content ID get you? Yes, it would. If the music was clear enough for Content ID to recognize it, yes, absolutely. I've never gotten a full copyright strike, but the reason I know that they'll shut your stream down for playing copyright music is because that's happened to me before. And usually they're pretty lenient about copyright strikes these days. Like, you have to be a multiple repeat offender to actually get a strike. And if you get 3 strikes, your channel completely gets shut down. But if you get too many warnings, if you get a strike, you may like lose your live streaming capabilities and things like that. Pro birds rights. I've heard of birds rights activists. Is that something different? Oh, okay, yeah, that's the same thing. Yeah, no, I follow that Twitter. It's really funny. Yeah, fair use is important, and I think that needs to be taken into account. But I mean, some channels get away with it, but like smaller channels, I feel like they have to be careful. But like for example, if you go to like Cinema Sins or something, like their whole channel is copyright. Like they basically like you basically watch a movie. I mean, you watch an abridged version of a movie on their channel. The videos are entirely um, their words and text over copyrighted footage. But the thing is, it's obviously fair use because you're allowed to use a copyrighted work as long as it, as long as your use of that work could not be constituted as a replacement for the original work, and as long as you're using that work as reference, or if you're parodying it, or if you're criticizing it, if you're talking about it, that's the definition of fair use. And so that's a really clear cut case. But you know that's a huge channel, so you know they have more tools to protect themselves than just like the average Joe. What is my main goal in life? My main goal in life is to be happy. Chick-fil-A to open on Sundays beginning October. Are you kidding me? Someone just shared an article on my Facebook. Andrew WK came to Birmingham, where I live, yesterday, and just my whole timeline is people. Like, apparently, he took pictures with like everybody. I want to meet Andrew WK. I wish I would have went, but that dude just seems awesome to me. But like, my whole Facebook timeline is just my friends posting pictures that they took with Andrew WK. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I maybe it's a certain type of. It depends on what you which copyright or which works you're using, because different companies have different levels of um, different. They care about it to different degrees. Like the music industry is by far the worst. The music industry, the recording industry, the RIAA, like they are massively insane about their copyrights. Um, I feel like the movie industry is probably not that bad about it, but it's usually the music that gets people in trouble, and so I'm not sure exactly what Nostalgia Critic gets his copyright strikes on or his flags or whatever, but usually it's music because most gaming companies don't give a shit. Gaming companies usually understand that they're getting free publicity, except for Nintendo. Like Nintendo is crazy about it. Nintendo is dumb. What's your opinion on Donald Trump? I think he's a clown, and I wish he would go away. What are your thoughts on the use of piracy? I have no problem with piracy. I think that companies should find useful ways to sell their products and not try to force us to into outdated methods of commerce. And some companies have, like if you look at something like Netflix or iTunes, they realize, okay, people don't buy CDs anymore. People don't buy DVDs as much as they used to. So we're gonna find a way to still make money off of these things, but using the new technology. And companies like Netflix took advantage of that, and Apple took advantage of that with iTunes. But there's still companies that refuse to update their business models, and those are the people that that get pirated because it's less convenient. It's not even about people not wanting to buy stuff. It's all about convenience. That's the reason Netflix is so popular, because it's convenient. Birmingham is in Alabama. The one in England, I think, is more closely pronounced Birmingham. But the one in America is called Birmingham. Yeah, Disney is actually pretty crazy about copyright. Which is funny because Disney's entire company is built upon stealing other people's stories. And using other people's characters. Their entire company was built on that. So it's pretty ironic that they're so crazy about their copyrights. When's the last time you did a cartwheel? I don't know, probably like 10 years ago. It's unlikely that I'll ever do a cartwheel again. I don't even know if I'm able to do a cartwheel. Maybe one day. I've been trying to get more active and go outside more often. So we'll see. I don't know what the Silk Road is. I'd like some cheesecake. That sounds really good right now, actually. I'm trying to decide if I want to go out tonight. I probably will, actually. It's Wednesday night, and Wednesdays are like... It seems really random, but Wednesdays are like the most jumping night in my town. And it's all because of this one bar. This bar has this special where you... Basically, dollar well drinks. If you don't drink or don't go to bars, a well drink is basically a mixed drink or a cocktail, but it's made with basically the very cheapest liquor that the bar has. And so this bar on Wednesdays, they give those away for $1, and it's actually a pretty insane deal. I mean, you see these kinds of deals all over the place, but it's pretty insane deal for my town because you don't see that kind of shit that often. So it's very, very popular, and it brings a lot of people out. There's not even enough room in my room to do a cartwheel. Yeah, I don't. The only thing that I wish I had cable for was sports. If you don't watch sports, though, it's like no need. But I watch football, so sometimes I wish I had cable. But if you're crafty enough, you can find it on the internet. See, I don't know if Bethesda will send you a cease and desist. I'm not sure, because a lot of times companies are okay with stuff like that because it's like free. It's like if you encourage the fandom, that only helps you. That makes you more money because it brings more people into the fandom, and it makes more people buy your games. I honestly do not. I haven't been keeping up with the debates because I was saying earlier, um, we are not going to vote for the president for literally over a year from now. So probably 80% of those guys that are having debates right now will be completely irrelevant in the next few months. So once it gets closer to that time, then I'll start paying more attention. I've only seen a couple episodes of Rick and Morty, but yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't like I was saying earlier. I don't have TV, so well that's not really an excuse. I don't watch TV. I don't have cable, but I don't even watch TV on the internet. I watch YouTube. That's like my TV is YouTube. Are you friends with anyone that has bigot like opinions on certain subjects, and if so, you ever feel like you should not know that person because of that view? I don't know. You can't really choose who you know and who you don't know. But you just choose who you hang out with. I mean, I go out a lot, so I meet a lot of people, and I've met people with a lot of opinions that I disagree with, but I don't have to hang out with them. I just if I see him in public, I'll just be like, "What's up?" and then I just go on about my business. I don't smoke enough weed to have a preference between indicas and sativas. I can't really smoke weed. It ramps up my anxiety. Do I think companies like Netflix will beat out TV? Probably not. Because TV shows are still going to have the highest budgets. Like, there's some really big budget Netflix stuff coming out lately, but it still doesn't compare to the budget of something like Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones or something like that. So, if we want there to be really high production value, big budget stuff like Game of Thrones and stuff, we need TV to exist. Because we need those huge companies like HBO and CBS and stuff like that. Those are the people that have the money to make that kind of stuff. Netflix is a big company, don't get me wrong, but they don't have CBS money, trust me. They don't have NBC money. Overall, TV views are going down, but you still have Game of Thrones. Everyone watches Game of Thrones, and so as long as they continue to make stuff like that, everyone watched Breaking Bad. It's interesting because both of those shows are on cable instead of. But even the big shows are still being watched. Everyone watches the Big Bang Theory. Well, not everyone, but the Big Bang Theory is. Millions and millions of people watch that show. That's an old school reference, Charlie Brown. Probably nobody knows what you're talking about. Yeah, I've heard that before, that I look like that guy. Hello, Moose Gal. Do I watch any esports? I watch a little bit of League of Legends. I used to be really into League of Legends, competitive scene, LCS, but I haven't kept up that much lately. But I watch fighting games. That's my thing. I'm a Smash Brothers player, so I'm completely up to date with the Smash. Well, maybe not up to date, but I watch I try to watch every big Smash Brothers tournaments, and I also watch Street Fighter and Marvel and some of the other stuff. Like right now, people are playing like Mortal Kombat and some other stuff, but the fighting games are what I keep up with. I wouldn't doubt that Netflix has surpassed HBO, but Netflix has nothing that people watch as much as Game of Thrones, is what I'm saying. And a lot of people do watch those shows on the internet, but people watch them when they air for sure. Like if I look at my Facebook feed, whenever the new Walking Dead came on, everyone was watching it on TV. So people are still watching TV for sure. Can you blaze live? No. You're not allowed to do things that are illegal on YouTube. But I don't have any desire to do that right now anyway. For me, cable is just not worth it. I just don't watch enough TV. I would only watch it for sports. There's some things coming out now though. What's that one thing? I can't remember what it's called. But there's this thing where you can select what channels you want. It just doesn't have all the channels I want. What's that thing called? Like, I can't remember, but there's one that has a lot of the channels that I want. Like, if I had TV, I would want Comedy Central for sure. That's one channel that I would want to have. And then, what the fuck? I didn't mean to do that. And then I would want to watch sports. So ESPN, I'd want to watch ESPN and Comedy Central. And I mean, I watch wrestling, but I don't know if I would want a whole channel just for wrestling, because wrestling comes on Sci-Fi and what's the other one? USA? What's the other channel? I can't remember. But I don't need any of the other channels, dude. Do I think Bernie Sanders can help make Black lives better if he was president? Probably. I don't know how much he can do, because he's going to have a lot of opposition in Congress if he becomes president. I'm very interested to see what would happen if Bernie Sanders was the president, because he would have, first of all of the Republicans would, like, you thought they were mean to Obama. You thought that they blocked Obama from doing stuff. They wouldn't let this guy do anything. And then a lot of the stuff he talks about, even Democrats, I don't think are prepared to do. So, but I think just having someone that cares is a step up from what we've had before. Yeah, WWE SmackDown comes on Sci-Fi. And it's not, I don't know, it's called Sci-Fi, which sounds like sci-fi, but it's not really a sci-fi channel. It's just a channel where they play weird stuff. And they that's why they changed the spelling of it. Like, it's SCYFY, because they wanted to differentiate from science fiction, because it's no longer just about science fiction. Yeah, I think I'm okay. I think I can just watch enough John Oliver just on YouTube. Maybe I will do a video about wrestling. I'm trying to remember what that service was that I found. I actually was looking into it. And then you can do stuff like, you can get Hulu, which a lot, like if you watch TV shows, like, like I said, I like Comedy Central. Most Comedy Central shows are on Hulu, so. And then some Comedy Central shows are on the Comedy Central website. So a lot of the stuff you can just completely avoid. I can't remember. I'm trying to search it. I can't find it. Considering that marijuana has brought $75 million in tax money, should we legalize other drugs? Well, I don't think we should legalize other drugs because they bring in money, but I'm in favor of legalizing drugs. I'm in favor of decriminalizing drugs, but not for that reason. Do I listen to the wrestling shoots? What wrestling shoots? It's still hard for me to believe that Bernie Sanders is going to beat Hillary Clinton, though, because she just appeals to independents and moderates more. Bernie is a little bit to the left. I think Hillary, especially if someone like Donald Trump ends up running or ends up winning the nomination, he may drive away some conservatives, and conservatives would be much more likely to vote for Clinton than Sanders. I think Jake Coker kind of sucks, but he's the best we got right now, personally. How do you stay happy? I find that the theists seem happier than me with the concept of bad things that happen in the world are part of God's plan. Well, to me, that's infuriating. So that doesn't really make me that wouldn't make me happier, but I don't know. I think what keeps me going is the fact that I believe I believe that I control my own destiny. I don't like the idea of there being some predestined plan. It doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't matter what I say. There's just some, what's going to happen is going to happen. I'm not in control. I prefer the idea that I control my destiny and my actions determine my success. There's no, magical forces that are trying to block me. There's no devil guy with horns that is trying to block me, like waving his pitchfork at me. Like, I control that. If I make good decisions in life, then good things will happen to me. If I make bad decisions, bad things will happen to me. And that's just me. Not everyone is in the position to feel that way. But that's how I feel. I didn't watch the Republican debate because I'm not really paying attention to politics for real until it actually matters. We've got a year before we actually vote for the president. Most of these people we're talking about right now won't even be in the race by then. I think that there are some conservative people, intelligent conservative people, are not going to vote for Donald Trump because he's a clown. So if it came down to a choice between Hillary and Donald Trump, I think intelligent conservative people that aren't crazy would probably pick Hillary. But I don't think Donald Trump's going to make it all the way, but who knows. But yeah, even the primary, like, hold on. The first, oh my God. The first primary is in Las Vegas in October, which is a couple months. But it's just like there's like 3 or 4 primaries or primary debates. I mean, when's the first? Hold on. When's the first primary election? Or when is the primary election? I mean, do we even know? Because even that is not going to happen anytime soon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the first caucus is in February 2016 in Iowa. Like, we've got a lot of time before any of this even matters. I honestly don't know anything about D's Nuts, but I know that his name is D's Nuts, which to me sounds like he's a troll. What do I think of the atheist community on YouTube? I think the atheist community on YouTube is fine. I think there's a lot of cool people in the community. I think the problem is when people think of the atheist community, they just automatically think about people like the Amazing Atheist or like, I guess, Thunderfoot, maybe Jacqueline Glenn. But that, those are just the big people, and most of those people don't really even interact with the core atheist community. So, but no, there's a lot of really cool atheist YouTubers. My favorite is probably since Christina Rad left YouTube. Has you made a video recently? She used to be my favorite. Well, she made a video a couple months ago. That's not bad. So maybe she's active again. Anyway, I like her, and I like the Messianic Manic. That dude's really cool. I like Dark Matter a lot. He's more of an animator than like a blogger or anything, but still good. What are we talking about? I'm not even sure what the discussion being had right now is. The Amazing Atheist videos are not really my cup of tea. I generally agree with him when he talks about religion. I don't generally agree with him when he talks about social issues. But his videos are very ranty and like angry, and I'm just not into that really. I'm over that. Maybe when I was like younger I'd be into that, but I'm into like being thoughtful and nice. I'm not really into rants and being angry and shit. But to each his own. I love listening to Manic talk. Now his videos are really. He's one of the more intelligent channels. Like he's all about reason, like logic, and like I think if I could describe his channel, his channel is like deconstructing and picking apart bad arguments. And there are a lot of bad arguments within the religious community, so he has a lot of material. I've been trying to stand on the mentality that Trump is a political device to push people to vote in a certain way without being forced to do so. Politics are dirty. I don't know. I mean, that's a possibility, but I'm just not going to believe something just because it sounds cool. Like, at this point, we just have to give him the benefit of the doubt and say that he's an actual real person that actually believes the shit that he says and is actually serious about becoming the president. If I'm getting by with my current job making less than $20,000 a year, could I make a decent living if I devote all my time to making YouTube content? It just depends if you were able to build an audience or not. It's currently 12:02 a.m. I'm probably only going to stream for about 30 more minutes, guys. Yeah, Dillahunty's pretty cool. I haven't really kept up with much of his stuff. I watched a debate with him, I think, and someone else. I feel like I've heard of Teal Deer. I don't know if I've seen any of his videos, though. I don't really have any particular genre of music that I like. I just like everything. I like some things, and I dislike some things, and that applies to really all genre. But I'm like probably more open-minded than the average person when it comes to music. Like, I just like everything. There are some things, obviously, that I really like a lot, but I don't like, for example, some people, if you're like, okay, check out this new country song, some people are like, okay, I'm definitely going to hate this because it's country. I'm not really like that. There's some country songs that I fucking love. I can probably think of a song in pretty much every genre that I think is amazing. All right, Alex, thanks for coming to stream. Ridiculousness of Palin and McCain. John McCain was just trying to score some political points by making Sarah Palin his vice president. He basically tried, it's sort of like if you're playing a football game and you try to do a trick play and it doesn't work. That's kind of what he was trying to do with Sarah Palin. I've seen maybe like 3 of the Drunken Peasants podcasts and probably didn't watch the whole thing either time. So I'm not that familiar with it. I've heard people talk about it before. The idea to get YouTube? Well, I made a YouTube account because back in the day, maybe it's still like this, but you can't watch videos with adult content unless you have an account and you tell them that you're above 13 or whatever. So that's why I made a YouTube account in the beginning. But eventually I saw that people were using their YouTube accounts to build audiences and make like web shows, and I was like, I want to do that. That's cool. kind of hungry. I don't know what to get though. I don't even know if I want to go to the bar though, because like I said, it's like it's gonna be busy, and I don't even really like it when it's busy. But I'm just gonna be bored probably. I could do something productive, like I could like clean my kitchen or something, but that's boring. I made a whole video about Kim Davis. It's called Kim Davis. I guess that's how you say that. Someone was saying that that's not how you pronounce it, but I think different people pronounce it. Like some people say Re, and some people say Ray, and some people say R-E. But I'm going to go with Re. But it's called R-E Kim Davis. You should watch it. Oh my God. I just clicked something that I didn't mean to click. I don't know what indigo children is. Indigo children, according to a pseudoscientific New Age concept, are children who are believed to possess special, unusual, and sometimes supernatural traits or abilities. Well, that sounds made up to me, but I don't know anything about it. When's my next video coming out? I'm probably going to do the next Harry Potter video this weekend. So, sometime this weekend, maybe Saturday. And then there should be another one coming out right after that. SXGXD TV, what's up? Fun fact, if you support me on Patreon, you automatically get to learn the meaning of my name. It's not an interesting story though, so it's not like you shouldn't really be that anxious to find out what it is, because it's not that cool. Otherwise, I'll just tell you later. As soon as I'm able to travel, I want to go everywhere, including New Zealand. I have a friend who lives in New Zealand. It's not fun. It's the one janitor, not that one janitor. Alright, Super Crystallis, thanks for visiting my stream. I haven't made the Snapchat account yet. Maybe I'll make it tonight. Maybe I'll make it right now. How do you do it? I have to download the app. I had it before, so I probably already have it. But can you make a new one? Because it's like associated with your phone number or something, right? Where's the Play Store? What happened to my painting of the two old people? It's still there. It's right there. Sorry for my messy room over there. It's just a bunch of clothes in the corner. It's not really messy. It's kind of messy. Snapchat. And also, I feel like Snapchat slows down my phone. I need to get a better phone. You know, the CEO of Snapchat is like a billionaire. Imagine if you made something, if you were just like a programmer or a coder or some shit, and you had a really cool idea for an app, and you made it, and it made you a billionaire. That's fucking crazy. my own political alignment. I don't really have. I don't have a political party, but if I had to pick, I would say independent. But I'm obviously I'm more progressive than I am conservative, by far. But I don't really consider myself a Democrat, because if a Republican candidate came around that I agreed with more, then I would have no problem voting for them. How can we make America a better country to live in? By understanding that other human beings are just as complex as you are. Let's see if I can make a new Snapchat account. Sign up. Let me use my main email. So, how do you get... I think I'm going to leave it open and see if I don't get too much dumb shit. Because I want people to send me stuff, but I don't want people to send me a bunch of like weird stuff. And I've signed up on this before, so I wonder if it's going to be like, you already have an account, dude. Get out of here with that bullshit. Why do I have to put my birth date? Do you have to be a certain age to use Snapchat? No, the Republican Party is in shambles right now. They're going to have to... I think Donald Trump might be the last straw for the Republican Party. They've been like digging their own grave for the past like 8 years. New Zealand is one of the highest non-affiliated populations in the world. I mean, that's cool. I think a country with no religion is probably better than a country that's very religious. What's the pathway to getting away from a two-party system? The pathway to getting away from a two-party system is changing the way that we vote. We have to get rid of the Electoral College, and we have to change the way we vote. We have to give people more than one vote. CGP Grey made a video about this. As long as it's winner takes all, you vote. As long as you vote and whoever gets the most votes wins, that's always going to lead to a two-party system. Because even if there's like 8 parties, the people who get like 0 vote, or like you'll have someone with a bunch of votes and someone with a bunch of votes, and you have a bunch of people with not that many votes, and they're all going to drop out. So I think you should have more than one vote. That's really important. Everybody should have more than one vote. Watch CGP Grey. Watch CGP Grey's videos about voting and politics. He really explains it very well. Alright, so I'm going to use a different email because I want to make a new account. I'm going to make one because I have an account. Can you use 2 accounts? I'm just going to make one because I had one, but like all of my friends never sent me anything that I was interested in. Yeah, the problems with first past the post voting. Pick a username, the one janitor. How about that? Is that a good username? Well, we definitely need to get rid of corporate money. Lobbying should be completely illegal. The fact that it is not illegal is a huge problem. Okay, Snapchat code. That was my verification code. 983361 8336 Snapchat is like, it's like Twitter except with pictures and videos. I don't really understand it really either, but I just know everybody's using it, and I think it might be a cool way to interact with people, so we'll try it. Snapchat uses the phone numbers in your address book to help you find your friends. I don't give a shit about that right now. I don't want to do this though. I want to receive Snapchats from people, but if it gets out of hand where people are sending me like dick pics and shit, then I might have to shut it down. But I feel like it would be cool for people to send me Snapchats. Or snaps, I guess is what they're called. Well, yeah, Twitter does pictures and videos, but it's different. It's just like Instagram is pictures, and both Facebook and Twitter use photos, but Instagram is clearly a different experience than Facebook and Twitter. But like I said, I don't use it that much. I've never used it that much, so I don't really know what it's like. But that's just a basic way. It's just another social media thing. All right, I'm not gonna do this right now. No. My front camera is tap to take a photo, hold to take a video. My front camera is pretty garbage. Why do I have to turn on GPS for Snapchat? Tap to add a caption. So, do I have to add people as a friend for them to see my snaps? How's that work? Yeah, I can block people, I guess. Yeah, I guess you just block people who are harassing you. Cuz I have a Vine and I feel like I would use Vine, but I don't know. I feel like there's too much pressure to be funny on Vine. I feel like people don't use Vine for normal stuff. And then the fact that Vine, I like the idea that snaps get deleted after a while, because it's just like, yeah, this is just a fleeting thought. I don't need this to be recorded forever. So I kind of like that. And I think one thing that makes Snapchat different from something like Vine is like you can directly, people can send you snaps, directly. You can send Vines to people, but it's like that's not a major part of the app. I don't think that Buddhism is a religion. I think social media is mostly good. No, there are ways to get around the things being deleted, but it's like, if you care that much about people saving your snaps, then don't send snaps that you don't want people to save. Like, that's on you. The point of Snapchat is not for you to send people stuff that you don't want people to see. Like, if you don't want people to see it, then don't send it. My Snapchat name is the one janitor, the same as my YouTube, but I don't know what to do now. Do I have to add people as friends in order for them to see my snaps, or can I make my snaps public? Live? What is this? Am I done? How old am I? I'm 30 years old. I'm an old man. I feel like most people are not going to go through the trouble of installing like software that's going to like save apps or like circumvent the screenshotting like thing, because it's like not that deep unless you're like sending someone like fucking your credit card information or something, or your fucking, you know, it's like most people are you know, using the app because it's fun, not because they're trying to like get your nudes. Like, I feel like if you're gonna send someone nudes on Snapchat, you're probably gonna send someone nudes somewhere else too. I don't have any specific genre of music that I like. I just like everything, pretty much. I mean, some people classify Buddhism as a religion, but I don't think it fits the description of a religion. But I still think Buddhism is problematic in many ways. I don't think it's evil, but I think it has issues. And some of the issues are related to the issues that have a religion. But the main difference between Buddhism and other religions is that there's no dogma. Like, there's no mandated dogma, and there's no, like, you have to do this or you will be punished, or you have to do this or you're not following the rules. I did not watch the debate. What's up, Rough Gur? Do you get friend requests on Snapchat? Is there a limit to how many friends you can have? Like, how do YouTubers use this? I don't get it. Because it seems like it's so hard. Okay, hold on. Like, Snapchat 101. Snapchat 101. Tap snap. Hold for video. Okay, I know that. Tap anywhere to add a caption. I got that. Like, the fact that I have to add people is kind of annoying. I feel like you should just be able to put something out and let people watch it if you want. Remember, anyone can save a snap. You can save snaps? What are you talking about? Okay, someone added me. So what does that mean? 3 people added me? 3 people added me. So do I just add everybody that adds me? I don't know what to tell you because 3 people have successfully added me. What's up, Daniel? 3 people have successfully added me, so it's clearly on there. The basic tenets of Buddhism are, you have like the Four Noble Truths, which is like the basic tenets of Buddhism, and it's the Four Noble Truths are just like nonsense, basically. Four Noble Truths. Okay. Basically, number one, the truth is that all conditional phenomena experiences are not ultimately satisfying. Wait, let me see if I can find one. Basically, suffering exists, and the craving for what is pleasurable and aversion to what is not pleasurable results in suffering, which is ridiculous. And putting an end to this craving and clinging will get rid of suffering. And then the fourth one is basically following the Eightfold Path is how you get rid of, or is how you put an end to that. So the whole idea that what causes suffering, or that craving pleasure, or that wanting pleasure, wanting pleasure is very basic, it's very general, but that's what normally the way it's said is that desire of pleasure is what's wrong, and that's really problematic to me, and I don't really agree with that that idea. I don't agree with the assertion that you can completely remove suffering, like the idea of nirvana, where you've reached this state where you no longer suffer, or you no longer desire, you no longer have desires, therefore you no longer suffer. Firstly, sounds made up to me. Secondly, even if it isn't made up, it sounds almost like you're just brainwashing yourself into not giving a shit about anything, which sounds crazy to me. So just like any other social media, you don't connect till you add them. Well, on other social media, like, I don't have to add you as a friend for you to be able to see my stuff, is what I'm saying. Like, if I put a post on Facebook, all you have to do is go to my Facebook and you see it. You know what I'm saying? But apparently that's not the case with Snapchat. So I guess it wants me to just add everybody. I don't get it, dude. So they can't see my snaps unless I add them. But if they add me, I can see their snaps. Is that what you're saying? Do I ever think of leaving Alabama? Yeah, I mean, that's going to happen eventually. I don't really dislike Alabama or anything, but I think there's probably better places to live for many reasons. How does Snapchat work? Let's look at the internet, see what the internet says. Tap the purple circle to explore when it discovers. No. So Snapchat is really just about sharing stuff with friends. That's like the point of it. Is there a limit to how many friends you can have? How many Snapchat friends? You can apparently have about 2,500. So are you telling me that all these huge YouTubers only have 2,500 friends and only 2,500 people can see their snaps? Who can see my story on Snapchat? How about that? Okay, by default, only users you add to your friends list can send you snaps. If a Snapchatter you haven't added as a friend tries to send you a snap, you'll receive a notification that they added you, but you will not receive the snap they sent unless you add them to your friends list. So I have to add people to see their snaps. Now, who can see my snaps? Or my stories or whatever. Okay, so you can... Okay. I get it. Tap my friends or everyone to update who can view your story. Tap custom. So I think everyone can see my snaps. I just can't see your snaps. Unless I add you. I think I got it. I think I got it, y'all. So I put something on there. I feel like you should be able to see it if you add me. Even if I don't add you back. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? And so if you want to send me a snap, you can do that and it'll just notify me that someone sent me a snap, and I just have to add them if I want to see it. I think that's how it works. Why do people use this? This is dumb. What the fuck is this? This is dumb as fuck. Okay, it doesn't tell me if I've been sent a snap. What is this like? What are these pictures? I don't know if you can see. You see like the ghosts are different? What does that mean? Snapchat. Yeah, it does kind of sound like a Twitch emote. So if I add you, I did make a story snap, I thought. Yeah, I did. Yeah, this is dumb. I mean, if it wasn't based around friends, it would be cool. If you didn't have to add people and just send people stuff, just like Twitter or something. Like, you don't have to add me on Twitter to send a tweet at me. you don't have to add me on Twitter to read my tweets. If it was like that, that'd be cool. But the fact you have to add people is ridiculous. You understand what I'm saying? You feel me, man? You feel me? So I have 2 friends right now. Can I remove Team Snapchat from my friends? Do they let you do that? How do I go back? I don't know what these buttons do. I want to go back to my fucking thing. There's all these buttons everywhere. I don't know which ones does what. What are all these fucking buttons though? I don't even know how to go to the privacy settings. Okay, what is that? That's my... Okay, that's the chat. That's the search, right? Search. Wait, so you can chat. There's 2 buttons to chat. Why do you need 2? Okay. And then you go back, you click back, and it takes you back to the camera. You click this right here. What is the ghost? You click the ghost. That's where you see your who added you. And you click this. And that's your story and discover and live. I don't know what that is. It says I have 2 views on my... I guess that's what that is. Is the number 2 and then an I. Like I. Oh, it actually tells you who watched it. That's cool. You saw how shitty my front camera is on this phone. And now Snapchat crashed, so I'm done. But I'm probably going to get off the stream here in a second anyway. I couldn't even find my privacy settings. I didn't know what to click on. So like if you have any like final questions or comments or anything, this would be a good time to do it. I have to eat. Thanks to Firelord Momo and Nomad for the donations earlier. No, I think Snapchat is strictly an app for, I guess, iPhone and Android. It might be on Windows and some other stuff, but definitely iPhone, Android. I don't think it's a PC app. I'm sure if you were crafty enough, you could find a way to get it running on your PC, though. I'm really not that interested in the debate. Thank you, Nico. I'm probably not going to do that, Zimmer. Sounds treacherous. And I don't know. If Snapchat doesn't run well on my phone, I won't be able to use it. But because I've had trouble with Snapchat on my other phone because it seems like it's a very, I don't know, it seems like it's a RAM intensive program. It just slows my phone down. My channel, it's about a lot of stuff. Mostly I just make videos where we just talk about life and society and things like that. But I also talk about news and politics and current events, and I also talk about fun stuff like Disney movies. And right now I'm doing a series where I'm reacting to the Harry Potter books. So there's a lot of stuff you can find on my channel these days. My favorite foods, I don't know. I like everything. I really like bacon and eggs. That's like one of my favorite things to eat. I'm just getting more hungry thinking about it. I don't know what food I'm going to eat. I'm probably just going to stop by like McDonald's or something. Anyway, thank you guys for watching my stream. I'm going to stream again. I'm going to try to stream again near the end of the month. So a couple weeks from now, closer to the end of September. So keep an eye out for that. Should have a video up this weekend. If not this weekend, definitely by Tuesday. If you don't follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, you can do that. All that information is in the description below the video. I also have a subreddit for my videos and for if you want to discuss things. I wish more people, I wish my Reddit was more active, but you know, it takes time. I was just looking at my subreddit. Dude, someone made a post on there that I didn't even see. That sucks. Also have an Ask FM, so if you want to ask me questions, that's a good place to go. If you just have a particular question you want to ask me, that's a good place that you can do that. And if you want to see other questions that I've answered, you want to support me on a long-term basis, check out Patreon. There's a link below. And as always, you can email me, but well, there's no buts. You can email me if you want. My favorite egg preparation is fried eggs, fried hard, over hard, fry them up in grease. That's how I like it, with some cheese on it. Put on some toast. Oh, you like? Interesting. I didn't know anyone even watched my Vines, so that's pretty cool. I might do more sketches and stuff in the future once I get better equipment. Probably not gonna do any cartoons because I'm not really good at that. If I find someone that is good at cartoons and wants to let me put them on a channel, then I could do that. Maybe I'll do music. Like I actually make, me and my roommate make hip hop music, and we haven't done any in a while, but we may put some of that on the channel in the future, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm out. But you know, feel free to keep in touch with me using all my other stuff, social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Snapchat apparently. See ya. Bye.